Hello, great people. There's no end in sight to the acrimony between Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and the Nigerian Senate, headed by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Both parties are now in court, but I will come to that. In a twist, Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe has revealed why Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan was allegedly harassed by Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and why she has been facing harassment in the past and why she will continue to face harassment. In a moment, I will leave you to watch the video. Then when we come back, we'll be looking at what would have made Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe to make that particular revelation. What is going on to resolve the impasse between the Nigerian Senate and the Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan? We'll be looking at all these issues, man-woman relations, and the importance of being upright at work, whether you are in public service or in private service. We'll be looking at all these and a whole lot more on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omosoladeji. First, let us go and watch the video of Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe. Then we come back for some interesting discussion. Let's watch.
The female senators did not look at themselves as if they were inferior to men. They were even up to her. If you even mention that Itagiwa is a woman, the response you are going to get will make you ashamed of yourself, because they will stand up to you. So, but the beauty of distinguished Senator Natasha is a problem to her.
How can beauty be a problem?
You know, men, when somebody who is pretty passes by you, your attitude will change. You can smile, you can wink, but you may not talk to her. But our beauty is a problem. There's no doubt about that.
How is it a problem, sir?
That's the question.
Why should beauty be a problem?
To men, when she's passing, there's no way a man will not look at that woman.
No, their job is to go and make laws for the good governance of Nigeria.
Not
to look at beautiful women.
No, it is a natural thing for a man to look at beautiful women. How can you be a man and a beautiful woman is passing and you close your eyes?
I think I have to see my optician. These my glasses may not be working very well. Because
it is inbuilt.
I see beautiful women every day.
Is that not misogynistic in itself?
Yeah, beyond that.
It may be, you might time it, but it is.
There you have it. You just heard from former Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe. First, I must let you know that the sexual harassment case against the number 3 citizen of Nigeria is itself embarrassing. But what is now more embarrassing is the submission, the oration of elderly men and women, those people that should be leaders of thought, the female folks that are even older than Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, such as Senator Ireti Kingibe, Senator Ita Florence Giwa, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, First Lady of Nigeria, and now Adeseye Ogunlewe. Most of their submissions on this particular impasse between Senator Natasha and the Nigerian Senate, and of course Senate President Godswill Akpabio, has been embarrassing. And now let us look at something which is very important, which I found a bit distasteful, is that the senator, to my mind, seems to be doing one thing that appears strange to me. And that thing is glorifying harassment, in the sense that, you see, you can kind of try to justify why somebody is being harassed. You can try to kind of put forward some argument, reasonable or unreasonable ones, against why somebody is allegedly being harassed. But the truth is that there are some arguments that should be meant for boys. There are some arguments that should be meant for babies. There are some arguments that shouldn't be meant for elderly people, because the young generations are watching. People that their thought is being shaped by your submission. People that look up to you, they are watching you. So when you now try to glorify harassment, then it leaves much to be concerned, in the sense that when does it become a crime to be beautiful? When does it become a crime? So because you are beautiful now, men must wink at you. And let us look at something that is very important about the personality of Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe, which is that I think that the Senator Ogunlewe is exposing himself. Let us look at something on a lighter note. Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe might be exposing his ways when young. Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe may be a game player. in the sense that from his submission, he believes that a pretty lady cannot pass by without you looking at that pretty lady. And you saw Dr. Ruben Abati in that particular video where he said maybe he needs to consult his optician because he has been seeing beautiful ladies everywhere, but he has not made any kind of like move. Maybe he's not seeing properly. That's why he has not been winking at ladies and all that. So if you look at it, we may want to look at the personality of the person speaking first. Is Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe, is he exposing himself? Is it exposing his days of youth? Is it exposing his days of young? In the sense that, is he a kind of person that a woman cannot pass where he is? He has to either wink or he has to kind of like, make some funny remarks or make some gesture or decide to toast that lady, whether married or unmarried. Does this speak to the personality of Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe? But one thing, whether anybody likes it or not, we must come to an agreement as a country, as a people, if we want, Nigeria to move from where it is to where it ought to be. We must all agree that sex for something is harassment. In the sense that if you are demanding sex before you give something, or you are denying somebody his or her right or privilege, then you are harassing that person. If sex becomes an object of trade by barter, then it is also a form of harassment, particularly when the other party doesn't agree to your terms and conditions. So for me, it is not a good thing for we to be having, this sex for something. It is harassment. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan alleged that she is being witch hunt because she has refused the advances of the Senate President. So that means that the Senate President is allegedly looking forward to, having carnal knowledge of her, seeing her nakedness and having intimacy with her. If she has done that, maybe she may have had a good time at the Senate. Maybe, her bill would have scaled through a lot of things, a lot of goodies would have come in her favor. That itself is what we call sex for something. And that in itself, it's an harassment, especially when it is resisted by the party involved. If Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has decided to play ball, then it becomes contractual in the sense that you are having intercourse with each other for a reason. It is more like a contract. Then it becomes contractual. But when there is a default, when one party resists, particularly the female folks, sex for something now becomes, an harassment. But when she agrees, then it becomes contractual. So we must agree that sex for something is a bad thing, whether it eventually becomes contractual or it eventually becomes an harassment. But I must say that beauty is not a problem. I disagree with Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe. Beauty is not a problem. Beauty is only a problem to weak men. Beauty only becomes a problem to sex predators. Beauty is not a problem except if you are a parasite. Beauty is only a problem to parasite, to extortionists. That is when beauty will be a problem. Because when does it become a crime to be beautiful? Okay, to avoid harassment, should everybody now go ugly? No, everybody cannot go ugly. God in his wisdom has created Senator Natasha Akpoti the best way that he feels that it is good for her to enjoy herself and to enjoy her life. So for anybody to now rationalize her beauty, the beauty of a married woman, to now rationalize it as a basis for harassment, that itself is unelderly, it is unstatesmanly, and it is something that is not expected of an elderly person. What I can also say is that the senator said Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has to kind of like know her way, that she's a mature lady. Know her way? How? You see, when you say that a lady has to know her way, that itself is we encouraging corruption. That means that if she's not qualified for something, she should know her way and get what she's not qualified for. So that means that if she deserves something extra, she should know her way to get that something extra. So if she deserves something and it is a legitimate right to have it as a senator, if it is not given to her, she should know her way. No, that knowing your way is what brought Nigeria to where it is today, whereby a first-class graduate will not get a job, but a third class that knows his or her way to a senator that has a note from a senator will get that particular job. Know your way, know your way. Now him bring Nigeria to where it is. So we should begin to try. We should begin to kind of like bring out the best in people based on their productivity, based on their intelligence, and based on their capacity to deliver. And Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has shown that from what we can see, she's a fearless lady, she is a brilliant lady, and she should be so given the opportunity to prosper as a senator to the benefit of our constituents and to Nigerians at large. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omosoladeji. Do want to subscribe, turn on your notification button, tell who needs to know that this is the channel to be. Till I see you again, always remember that I love you all sincerely.